I'd like to welcome you guys to the channel. It's your boy Big Dog back with another one take review. And today we got one for Wandavision episode 3, Now in Color, which this kind of, it takes place, well, of course it's like a sitcom format. This is more of a 70s feel. And I think this is probably my favorite episode so far. Granted, we only had 3 episodes, you know what I'm saying? I shot for 2 last week, you know what I'm saying? So they kind of ran together. But this one, I enjoyed more, and I kind of like felt like what's going on more. Crazy things happen. Okay, Wanda. We saw at the end of the last episode. Wanda was pregnant. Okay, so yeah, Wanda got pregnant last episode and had 2 babies this episode. How? I don't know. This is her world. She pretty much controls it. And I think that's pretty much a thing we can confirm now. This is her world, and everybody else is just living it. I don't know. My only thing I don't know is that is the people who lived in the town already. Are they just kind of like under Wanda's hex, or are these people created by Wanda? I'm going to go with the first one and say these are people who are in her hex and don't actually know about the outside world. It is like she went to some time and pretty much put like this field around in where it could be our own reality. I think that's the vibe we get because we see Geraldine introduced to the story, and I'm thinking Geraldine honestly feels like Geraldine was someone sit there to like, hey, we gotta get somebody to infiltrate Wanda and stop her. Okay, Geraldine just so happened to like get some of her memory back. Only issue with that, well, Scarlet Witch doesn't want that. She doesn't want to think about her brother. She doesn't want to think about Ultron. She doesn't want to think about that. She just wants this reality to be everything that she wanted it to be. Because if we know Vision's dead, so that he's not real. She feels as though he is, but I feel like he's another person that she created herself. She like I said, she gets pregnant this episode and has Tommy and Billy, her and Vision's kid. Which I'm like I said, I told you guys this before. I'm not huge on Marvel lore like I am DC's, so I don't know a lot about Tommy and Billy. You know what I'm saying? But my whole thing now is kind of like she created them, but once this whole hex or whatever is gone, do they stay? Do they stick around? Also, another fact that we know is that Geraldine is actually Monica Rambeau, and she's working with Sword, and it seems like Sword has a facility outside of Westview. You know what I'm saying? I guess they pretty much got it contained where nobody can go in or out, so you don't have to worry about other people just like this so happen to be riding through the town, and that's why they get caught up in this whole thing and where they just start staying there. Because you see Agus and her, even they knew Geraldine wasn't from there. Like, well, something's not right about Geraldine. She doesn't have a place to live, and she doesn't work or anything. You know what I'm saying? So where's she from? So they knew something was going on. So they start. I think they either were starting to question their own reality or just question Geraldine. I don't necessarily know exactly which one it was. But I think it's pretty much confirmed at this point. Like, this is all Scarlet Witch is doing, okay? Because she has a situation with Viz, and he's asked her a question, and she, well, change that. Don't want to get too deep into that. It's crazy because I think we're dealing with somebody with supernatural powers who has the power to change we know what Scarlet Witch has done in the comics, okay? In order to change reality, and she's dealing with stuff. I think she's still dealing with the death of Vision and going through some stuff. And when somebody like that is like having some mental issues, that's bad on everybody else. Okay. Yeah, I think this was definitely my favorite episode, especially like we see like, oh, okay, like she completely kicked Geraldine out, and Viz came like, hey, where'd she go? Oh, she just left, you know. And I think this was a little bit funnier for me, just simply because of the fact that we had the whole conversation with well, no, the whole pregnancy and how everything was spinning. Excuse me. Oh, Jesus Christ, it's water. Um, yeah, how everything was spinning and the fact that when we talked about Pietro and like things shook and her trying to hide the pregnancy, putting stuff in front of her, all that stuff to me was hilarious. Oh, my eyes are like water as hell now. There's a part of me feel like they said something about Pietro was actually going to be in this. I'm not positive on that at all. But if so, I'm wondering work. Well, but then again, I feel like Vision's dead. So then again, he could probably be just like Vision, like, oh, my brother's coming to visit. And Vision will probably ask something about it, and then she'll reverse time again and be like, oh, and Vision, instead of Vision questioning, he'll be like, oh, it's great, I haven't seen him in a while, you know? I think it'll be a situation like that. So, yeah, she's definitely, I don't want to say the villain of this, but what's going on is her doing, okay? And I think she has people trapped in this world, and she kind of like took over a small city. Like, if she was a bad guy, like if she was a actual, let's say another person did something like this, yeah, you had called some people like, you got to go in there and stop her. But since it's her, I think she's gonna get a pass. So it's just, she's dealing with some stuff, or like something might have happened that we don't know about it. It just, what I'm saying, only a matter of time before we see. But you guys let me know what you thought about the episode down in the comments. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching the vid. Hope you guys staying safe out there, and I'll catch up with you guys later. Peace.